There she is, all pretty looking. Good morning, guys. So we're here in Sheridan, Arkansas, hitting the road. We're all strapped down, ready to go. And they call it about 46,000 pounds. Basically crane mats. Same thing as what I hauled yesterday. They're just a different setup. The ones I hauled yesterday were 6x6s or 8x8s. I think they're 8x8s. I forgot. Anyway, basically they're the same thing. They're the same purpose. They're just a different style. We're taking these to Oswego, New York. Gonna go home tomorrow or Sunday. Got all day today to drive, all day tomorrow to drive. We'll be home Sunday afternoon-ish. Right now I got an ETA for 10 o'clock Sunday. That's giving myself an extra 4 hours, and I don't think I'm going to need that. But we got 1,227 miles to go, and let's see where we end up. Wow, what a day. Let's see, 580 miles. Oh, it's just after midnight now. Yeah, 25 after midnight. We're at Mercer. I was gonna get up and roll first thing tomorrow and head straight home. Be home tomorrow afternoon, or be home by Sunday. I would be home. I was going to be home by Sunday morning. But from here, I can actually be home tomorrow night.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
682 miles from home right now. Puts me there at 11:53 in the morning from now, so add 10 hours to that. Be 2150, 2200. I might have to think about this. I'm too tired. Gonna go to sleep. We'll be back in the morning. Alright, good morning. It's 10:30 right now. I was going to stay here and finish up a 34. But it dawned on me last night when I got here, if I...
You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
If I keep it to the floor today, I can get home, and by Monday morning I'll have a 34. So it's 683 miles today. We're just going to get it knocked out. I've done it once coming down, and now I got to do it going back. So I know I can do it. It's not even a question whether I can or can't. It's just going to be a long day. So let's get at it. Hey guys, it is Monday morning. We are heading over to the delivery, which should be 15 miles, 17 miles, I think it was. It's a little bit of a tight on-ramp. Got the kids and wife behind me, heading to school. We got here Saturday night, just before 10 o'clock. We made great timing. And my thing is so cold it's not holding position. 691 miles we did on Saturday. We left around 10 a.m., got up here just before 10 p.m. It was a pretty long day. So we got a couple things we got to work on the truck coming up very shortly. Next weekend we're going to planning on doing at least one axle for brakes. I don't know where to tighten this thing up at. It's right there. There we go. I've been trying to figure out, I thought maybe I just wasn't topping the coolant off enough. So I put in 2 gallons and it seemed to top it off. So I said, alright, maybe it was just, stupid thing. Maybe it was just burping air out of the system. So I put another 2 gallons in. Did the same thing. So I put the last 2 gallons in, which was 6 gallons. That's half of what from what I found, that's half of what it calls for. T-bag getting in the way, wasn't letting the fluid out. But it wasn't overheating until now. So apparently it's going to start overheating on me. The coolant wasn't the problem. The problem is I now have a hole in my radiator. So now I got to get that replaced. Which hopefully just topping off the coolant is going to make a difference. It's going to be able to keep me running for the next week or so. I don't think so. We're starting to overheat now. I ran this thing all day Saturday. And we did pretty okay. And now she's showing hot. And I'm not getting anything out of it. So we must have lost most of the coolant over the last 34 hours. Alright, we're almost there. 8 miles to go. Gonna get there 45 minutes later than I said I'd be there. Stupid thing. You either gotta pull that pop socket off or do something else for this. So there's a little 2-lane road right there in front of Napa, in the next town over from where I live. So I just threw the 4-ways on and I ran inside, grabbed 4 gallons of coolant. There, that won't happen again. Grabbed 4 gallons of coolant, and then on the way out the door, one of the customers that was there, he said that he used it on his truck, and he said it worked really good. So I went ahead and bought the Bar's Radiator stop leak, heavy duty stop leak, and it's 1 bottle's good up to a 4-gallon system. So I'm pretty sure this is a 12-gallon system for everything that I pulled up. So I got 4 bottles of that and 4 gallons of coolant to top off the system. Hopefully that'll do the trick, fingers crossed. The last thing I want to do right now is replace that radiator. Just got done paying off the truck and she's going to start nickel and diming me. But I'd rather spend a couple $100 a week or over the course of the weeks than $600-700 a week for a truck payment. So for you guys that are all about the warranties and not having to keep up on maintenance and stuff like that, to each their own, I guess. I'd rather do a little bit here and there. I mean, it's 600,000 miles. Not much has been done on this truck since I got it, so doing a little bit here and there. All I'm doing right now is just catching up from stuff that probably should have been done already. Like the airbags. I mean, it's just time for, I mean, they're starting to dry rot at the bottom. That's why I know the other 2 are going to start getting ready to go here soon. $200 a piece. They lasted 5 years. You know, small stuff like that. The radiator, it's a bigger component, but it is what it is. Last year was a clutch. That's just what it is. After so long, they're going to go bad. Hopefully everything stays good with the motor. The beginning of next year is when I'm looking to purchase another truck. So as long as this truck lasts me until then, and then I can do more work to it to keep it going, I'll be really happy. The next year when I buy a truck, that's pretty much going to be my backup truck. I'm going to get that on the road, do what I need to do to this, put this one back on the road, and then after I get the second one paid off, which is going to be a cheap truck, I'll go for a 3rd truck, and then I'll get a driver, and there'll always be one spare. Well, I'll probably get a driver right after I get the next truck, put a driver in this truck once it's all up to where I need it to be, and then his spare truck will be my truck. So if my truck breaks down, or if this truck breaks down, he can jump in my truck and I can keep him running like it should be. So let's get this unloaded. Alright, so we're all done on this load. I just drove up the road a little bit. While I was there, I put all 4 of the stop leak in. So hopefully that'll do the trick. And I put 2.5 gallons of coolant in to top it off. It probably needs a little bit more than that after the system burps and whatnot. But I'm gonna try to top it off again once we get to the pickup. But I'm gonna end this video here. I don't know what they were building over there. We had a blind side in off the road. It was a no truck access road. But they were doing something with the power company was doing something. So I don't know if they were putting in new power lines or what, but they were building some type of a road to get to wherever they were going. But okay, got a phone call. I think I said but about 10 times in the last 10 seconds. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you then.